Before you even think of scrolling, stay here. Just for a moment. Stay. Because this is not just another voice talking on your screen. This is not another random video in your feed. Something rare is happening right now. Something intentional. Something that feels like it searched through the noise of your day and found you. And if you walk away too soon, you may miss something that was meant to reach you at exactly this moment in your life. So listen, not fast, not casually, but with the part of your heart that has been waiting to finally exhale. You have carried so much inside you that no one fully understands. You have gone through seasons where you kept smiling for the world while privately wondering how you were still standing. You have lived through days where it felt like you were functioning on the outside but fading on the inside. You have been strong for others even when you were tired of being strong for yourself. And maybe you never say it out loud. Maybe you never admit it. But deep down, you know how heavy the journey has really been. There were moments you wanted to give up, but did not. There were nights when your thoughts were louder than your hope, yet you still woke up the next day and tried again. There were times when life did not look anything like you prayed it would, and still, something inside you refused to let go completely. That something is why you are here. That something is why this moment matters. Because what has been silently breaking you is about to become the reason you rise differently. You are not someone who simply survived days. You endured battles no one clapped for. You faced disappointments that changed the way your heart beats. You have watched people come and go. You have watched trust break and still chosen to love. You have watched time pass while waiting for something to finally feel right again. And even when you doubted everything, you never completely lost that small whisper inside that said, there has to be more than this. That whisper matters. That whisper is proof that you were never abandoned in your hardest seasons. Nothing about your journey has been accidental. The struggles, the pauses, the unanswered questions, the closed doors, none of them were pointless. Even when you felt delayed, something greater was developing depth inside you. Even when you felt left behind, something was being protected on your behalf. Even when it looked like nothing was moving, growth was quietly happening in places you could not see yet. And right now, whether you realize it or not, you are closer to a turning point than you have ever been. You did not lose time. You were being strengthened. You did not miss your moment. Your moment was being prepared to fit you perfectly. Every experience shaped you into someone capable of carrying a life bigger than what you once settled for. You are not behind. You are becoming aligned. You are not forgotten. You are being positioned. This day is not ordinary. This moment is not ordinary, because something begins to shift inside you from here. Not with loud fireworks, not with dramatic gestures, but with a deep, steady realization that you are still here for a reason. You are still breathing for a reason. There is more for you than heartbreak, more than survival, more than simply making it through. There is purpose within you that the storms could not destroy. There is strength inside you that every challenge only made stronger. And for the first time in a long time, that part of you is waking up again. You are allowed to believe that better is ahead. You are allowed to expect peace again. You are allowed to imagine joy without fear. You are allowed to release the weight that has made your chest feel heavy and step forward with a quieter, stronger kind of confidence. A confidence that does not come from pretending everything is perfect, but from knowing nothing you have faced has managed to defeat you. You did not break. You bent. You did not lose. You learned. You did not fall apart. You transformed. And what is coming next in your life is not random. It is connected to everything you have endured, everything you have overcome, everything you have rebuilt inside yourself. So stay with me, because this is only the beginning of what is unfolding for you. Something new is rising, something right, something steady, and you are finally ready for it in a way you never were before. Your story does not end where it hurt. It continues where you heal, and that part starts now. You have come further than you realize, and your story is still unfolding in ways that you may not fully understand yet. You may not see everything clearly, but there is movement happening beneath the surface of your life. What once felt stuck is quietly shifting. What once felt heavy is slowly loosening its grip. Life does not always change loudly. Sometimes it transforms softly, gently, like the slow rising of morning light. And that is what is happening with you now. A new chapter is not crashing into your life. It is entering with purpose, with quiet certainty, with timing that feels strangely right. There were chapters in your journey that tested every part of you, moments where you questioned your strength and doubted your worth, times when your heart felt worn and your spirit felt tired. You went through seasons where everything seemed uncertain and nothing felt predictable anymore. You lost things you thought you would never lose. You said goodbye to people you thought would stay forever. You watched dreams fall apart in your hands and wondered if you would ever trust hope again. But even through all of that, you never truly lost the part of you that refused to collapse entirely. Even shaken, you stayed. Even hurt, you continued. Even unsure, you kept going. That resilience matters more than you know, because what you carried through those seasons has shaped you in powerful ways. You see things differently now. You feel life differently now. You value peace in ways you once overlooked. You appreciate stability in ways only chaos can teach. You understand love with more depth. You understand yourself with more honesty. And without realizing it, all of that has prepared you for what is coming next. You are standing in a space between who you were and who you are becoming. It can feel strange here. It can feel unfamiliar. Some days you still feel connected to your old fears. Other days you feel drawn towards something better, lighter, stronger. That tension is not weakness. It is growth. It is the stretching of a life that refuses to stay small any longer. You are outgrowing the weight of the past. You are outgrowing self-doubt. You are outgrowing the need to constantly prove yourself. You are stepping into a season where you no longer beg for acceptance, but understand that you deserve peace, respect, love, and stability simply because your existence holds worth. This is the part of your story where you begin to rebuild not from brokenness, but from clarity. This is where you begin to choose intentionally. This is where you no longer settle for less than the peace your heart deserves. You do not need chaos to feel alive. You do not need stress to feel meaningful. You do not need to constantly battle to prove you are strong. You have already proven strength. Now it is time to experience ease. Now it is time to feel grounded. Now it is time to breathe without fear of what might collapse next. Healing is not forgetting what happened to you. Healing is learning to live without letting it control who you are becoming. Healing is when the past stops directing your future. Healing is when memories stop hurting and start teaching. Healing is when you look at yourself and realize you are no longer defined by what broke you, but by how beautifully you rebuilt yourself afterward. And whether you see it or not yet, you are healing. Not suddenly, not perfectly, but genuinely. You are learning to trust again, slowly, carefully. You are learning to open your heart without losing yourself. You are learning to stand without trembling. You are learning that you deserve love that feels safe. You deserve friendships that feel real. You deserve opportunities that honor your effort. You deserve to wake up and not feel like you are constantly fighting invisible battles in your chest. You deserve to feel at ease inside your own life. And the beautiful thing is, the world is beginning to meet you at this healed place. Doors that once stayed closed will begin to open. Not because you are forcing them, but because you are aligning with what truly belongs to you. People who are meant for you will show up not to drain you, but to honor you. Situations will stop breaking you and start building you. Good things will begin to feel possible again, and this time you will not push them away out of fear. You will recognize that you have earned the right to receive without guilt. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten in the grand story of life. You are exactly where transformation happens, in the space where the old no longer fits and the new is just beginning to reveal itself. This is where identity strengthens. This is where self-worth deepens. This is where everything begins to make a little more sense. You are not who you used to be. You are softer in the right ways, stronger in the right places, calmer in the places that once panicked, wiser in the spaces that once wandered. And because of that, the future is no longer something to fear. It is something to meet with steady courage and quiet confidence. You are not walking into what is next alone. You are walking into it with everything you have learned, every lesson you have earned, every strength you have discovered in the quietest moments of your life. So breathe. You are allowed to feel hopeful again. You are allowed to feel excited again. Life has not finished speaking good things over your story. There are still moments ahead where laughter will come naturally. There are still mornings waiting where you will wake up and feel light instead of heavy. There are still victories you have not seen, still blessings you have not encountered, still peace you have not fully experienced yet. What is ahead for you is not fragile. It is steady. It is intentional. It is worthy of the person you have become. And as you move forward, remember this. You did not survive everything you went through just to live a small life. You are here to live with meaning, with joy, with freedom, with a heart that understands pain, but is no longer owned by it. And this journey is not ending here. What comes next builds on everything you have grown into. The story continues. Your strength deepens, your purpose expands, and the next chapter carries a beauty you once thought you would never experience again. Stay with me, because what unfolds next will speak to you even more deeply than this moment. You have walked through change. You have walked through breaking. You have walked through rebuilding. And now, you are standing in a place of quiet strength that you once doubted you would ever reach. This part of your journey is not about just surviving anymore. This part is about becoming fully alive. This is where everything you have learned, everything you have endured, and everything you have grown into begins to meet purpose. This is where your life begins to feel like it finally fits again. For so long, you lived in response to pain. You made choices based on fear. You carried yourself through days where you were just trying to make it to the next moment without falling apart. But now, something within you has shifted. You are no longer moving from desperation. You are moving from awareness. You are not chasing validation. You are standing in worth. You are not running from your past anymore. You are walking forward with it behind you, and it no longer has the power to control what you do next. There is a different kind of strength inside you now, not loud strength, not the kind that screams to prove itself. This is calm strength, grounded strength, the kind of strength that comes from knowing you have already survived the hardest parts of your story, and nothing ahead can undo what you have already overcome. You have faced disappointment, and it did not destroy you. You have lost people, and you did not lose yourself. You have watched life crack open, and instead of remaining broken, you chose to grow from it. This is the season where your heart stops fearing what could go wrong and begins trusting what can finally go right. You deserve peace that stays. You deserve love that feels safe. You deserve opportunities that recognize your effort instead of draining your spirit. You deserve quiet mornings with no heaviness sitting on your chest. You deserve nights where your thoughts are not fighting you. You deserve to wake up believing that something good is still unfolding for you. And you are not just hoping for that anymore. You are ready for it. Every tear, every doubt, every silent night has prepared you to receive life differently now. You are wiser in your choices. You are clearer about who belongs in your space and who never valued it. You know the difference between people who show up out of convenience and people who stay because they truly care. You recognize your boundaries now, and those boundaries are not walls of fear. They are doors of protection. They are proof that you finally respect your own heart. What is ahead of you is not rushed. It is not desperate. It is not fragile. It is steady. It is meaningful. It is intentional. You are moving into a chapter where effort will finally meet harvest, where faith will finally meet result, where waiting will finally meet fulfillment. Life is not finished speaking goodness into your story. The world is not done surprising you with moments that remind you that you are still chosen, still valued, still meant for more than just getting by. You will begin to notice little things change first. Thoughts that once spiraled will start to quiet. Fears that once controlled you will begin to lose their grip. Situations that used to overwhelm you will no longer shake you the same way. You will respond differently. You will stand differently. You will walk into situations knowing that you have already proven your ability to rise. And that quiet, internal confidence will begin to shape everything around you. You are not just healing. You are evolving. You are not just moving forward. You are stepping into a life that honors everything you went through to get here. Life will not always be perfect, and you know that. But now, you are strong in a way that allows you to handle what comes with grace instead of fear. You have learned how to breathe in chaos. You have learned how to stay standing when things shake. You have learned how to trust yourself again. That is powerful. That is rare. That is something no one can take from you. There will be love in your future that feels real. The kind that does not play with your heart. The kind that does not treat you like an option. The kind that understands you do not just need attention, you need respect, effort, loyalty, tenderness, and understanding. There will be friendships that do not drain you, but support you. People who celebrate your growth instead of feeling threatened by it. People who do not disappear when life gets uncomfortable. People who know how to stay, how to listen, how to value your presence. There will be opportunities in your future that match your worth. Doors that open, not because you begged, but because you are prepared. Paths that align with who you truly are, rather than forcing you to shrink to fit them. Work, dreams, purpose, calling, whatever name you give it, you are moving towards something meaningful. Something that allows you to express everything you carry inside without losing your peace in the process. And most importantly, there will be peace. Peace that does not come from control, but from trust. Peace that is not temporary, but rooted. Peace that flows from finally being aligned with yourself instead of fighting your own reflection. For the first time in a long time, you will look at your life and feel grateful not just to be surviving it, but to be living it. Because here is the truth. You did not break into pieces. You broke into purpose. Every scar carries a story, and every story carries strength. You have depth now. You have compassion now. You understand pain, which means you understand love in a deeper, more sincere way. And that makes you incredibly powerful. That makes you someone who can walk into the next chapter of life, not bitter, but beautifully aware. So as you continue forward from here, hold your head steady. You do not need to rush. You do not need to fear missing what is meant for you. Everything meant for your life will find its way to you in timing that honors your journey. Trust that life still has goodness for you. Trust that you matter in ways you have not even seen yet. Trust that what is ahead is not just another chapter, but a redemption of everything that once felt lost. This is your reminder that you are still becoming. Your story is not finished. Your best moments are not behind you. There are blessings ahead you never thought you would experience. There is peace ahead you never thought would feel real. There is joy ahead that will not be forced. It will be natural. And when those moments begin to arrive, you will finally understand why you had to walk through everything you did. It was not to break you. It was to build you into someone capable of receiving everything that is coming next. So breathe deeply, stand confidently, believe gently. Life has not forgotten you. Life is preparing to honor you in ways that will remind you that hope was worth holding on to. You did not come this far just to settle. You came this far to rise, and you are rising beautifully.